stay at home, stay happy and healthy. So the last topic of the first chapter, that is electric dipole. When you place in an uniform electric field, then what will happen to the dipole? Now suppose there is an uniform electric field, alright. So you have placed one electric dipole this way. So this is the dipole. Let us consider this is minus q placed at A and B plus q. Alright. So you see what is the direction of the dipole moment from negative to positive. So dipole moment is acting in this direction and dipole moment is making an angle theta with the direction of the uniform field. Alright. So you see here what will happen. There are two charges. So they will experience the force. So what is the net force experienced by the dipole? Net force will be the force experienced by the first charge. So how much it is? QE. Is that clear? And what is the force experienced by this one? So you see what is the direction of QE? It will be along this direction. Is that clear? And you see negative charge will experience the force opposite to the direction of the electric field. Positive charge experiences force along the direction of the electric field. It is coming from the concept of the electric field. Alright, and negative charge experience the force opposite to the direction of electric field. And you know what is the force experience? F is equal to Q into E. So look at the two forces. It is QE in this direction and minus QE in this direction. So if you add them up, what will be the net force? Net force is equal to 0. Clear? This is the first concept, that if you placed an electric dipole in a uniform electric field, again I am saying what kind of electric field? Uniform electric field. Then the net force experienced by the dipole is 0. Alright, but look at the forces here. The forces are equal and opposite but parallel to each other. And you know, parallel equal opposite forces form a couple, and as a result of it, the dipole will experience a torque. Alright. So you see, look at this one. What will be the direction of the torque? In this direction. So let us find out what is the magnitude of the torque experience. So torque tau, how much it will be? You see torque, how we calculate, I hope you can remember. One of the force multiplied by perpendicular distance between the two forces. So if I drop the perpendicular, then you see, and if I name it as AN. What is the perpendicular distance between the two? It is BN. Alright. So you can write what is the torque? QE, one of the force multiplied by perpendicular distance between the two forces. So look at the diagram. This is one force, this is one force. So what is the perpendicular distance? BN. Now if this angle is theta, then you see one can write BN, this is the perpendicular. BN you can write it as AB sin theta. Alright. Perpendicular upon hypotenuse is sin theta. So what will be perpendicular? Hypotenuse into sin theta. So BN is equal to AB sin theta. Now what is AB? AB is nothing but length of the dipole. So you can write it as 2L sin theta. Now again you see, you can take Q and 2L together and then you can write it as E sin theta. Q into 2L is nothing but the dipole moment. So you are getting PE sin theta. Alright. So everybody knows torque is a vector. So if you write torque as a vector quantity, then PE sin theta, AB sin theta represent what? The magnitude of A cross B. So you see torque, one can write it as P cross E. This is the vector relation, and mostly you have to apply this one. The magnitude, you have to find the torque acting on a dipole. So this is the magnitude of the torque. Alright. And what is the direction of the torque? It will be P cross E. Here in this case, what will be the direction of the torque? It is means in the clockwise direction. Alright. So you see under the action of the torque, what the dipole will try to do. No space is there in the board, that's why I am just saying verbally. You listen and please note it down in the notebook also. So, under the action of the torque, what will happen to the dipole? Dipole will try to set itself along the direction of the electric field, or the dipole will try to orient along the direction of the electric field. Alright, so you see, when the dipole will become parallel to the direction of the electric field, so you see, when the dipole will become parallel to the electric field, then what will happen? Torque acting on it will be 0, because theta is equal to 0 and sin 0 is equal to 0. Alright. So you see what is happening, although the torque acting on it 0, but under the action of the torque, what will happen? The dipole will have some angular velocity, some angular acceleration. So what will happen? Due to inertia of motion, it will overshoot this position. Alright, parallel position, and it will set itself, it will just tilt like this. Means if this is E, now the P will become like this. So the moment P will become like this under the action of the due to inertia of motion and due to its angular acceleration, then you see now it will experience the torque in the opposite direction. So what will happen? At certain position, the torque will, again the dipole will come. Again it will, means first it was like this and then it will be like this, then again it will come here. When it will come here, then what will happen? Angular velocity will become 0. Then under the action of the torque, again the dipole will try to move in this direction. So what will happen? The dipole will oscillate like this. Clear? Under the action of the torque. So this is the basic concept in physics, and this is a very frequently asked question. For board exam also it is important, so you must learn the derivation. Alright, so if you place an electric dipole in a uniform electric field, what will happen? The dipole will experience a torque whose magnitude is given by Pe sin theta, and vector wise you can write it as P cross E. Alright, and what will happen? Under the action of the torque, the dipole will oscillate, if it is free to do, about the direction of the uniform electric field. Alright, now if it is a non-uniform electric field, alright, if it is a non-uniform electric field, then you have to remember that net force acting on the dipole is not equal to 0. Is that clear? This is the point you have to remember. When the net force acting on the dipole will be 0 when it is placed in an uniform electric field. But if it is not placed in an uniform electric field, then net force is not 0, and as well as the dipole will experiences a torque. Is that clear? Now when the torque will be maximum? When the dipole is placed perpendicular to the direction of the electric field. Means torque is maximum when P sin theta is sin 90 degree. Alright. Means when it is torque is maximum when P and E are perpendicular to each other, then torque is maximum. Clear to everyone? So this is the end of the first chapter. From this chapter, 3 derivations you must prepare for your board exam derivations. That is the electric field intensity on the axial line, electric field intensity on the equatorial line due to electric dipole, and when you place electric dipole in a uniform electric field, what is the expression for the torque. Alright, and the formula, all the formula you must learn, especially the Coulomb's law in vector form, you must learn for the board exam.